What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ review. Wanted to give my quick take on Expedition X Season 11, Episode 8. This episode, sorry, it's Episode 3. Season 11, Episode 3. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Expedition Files for a second there. Expedition X Season 11, Episode 3. This episode focuses on the legend of Blackbeard's ghost, right? This was a Disney movie. It was made when I was a kid. So I'm immediately intrigued. You know, it has nostalgic ties for me to a movie I watched when I was a kid. Also harkening back to Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Also harkening to where I'm a history major. You know, one of my degrees is in American history. So obviously this is something that is going to be right up my alley. Pirate lore has always been something that I've enjoyed. And it starts off with a witness sharing a story and sharing a photo of what he believes is a apparition of Blackbeard's ghost. And the photo is compelling. It looks like a figure wearing a pirate hat standing there before him. With all that being said, there's not really a whole lot in this episode that had me wondering if maybe there's some truth to this. It was a very basic run-of-the-mill, let's get out the spirit box and let's have call and response sessions, and ooh, we see a light over here, let's chase that light down. Ooh, we see something streaking through the sky, turns out it's probably a drone. You know, they have all these encounters that is designed to be good television, and for the most part it is good television, but when you really break it down to compelling evidence, it's really not there. Like I said, the witness they interviewed at the beginning, that was compelling, but the evidence from that point on for me was pretty lacking. But what I love about these shows, and I've said it before on my channel, what I love about these shows is that they walk us through history. They go over the historical the historical facts that are indisputable, and then they interweave legend and lore and all that. And for somebody like me who loves history, I just eat it all up. And they did a very good job of going into Blackbeard's history and then going into the lore that surrounds that history. One thing I didn't know was that, according to legend, his head was cut off and then his body swam around the ship 3 times. I never heard that before, so that's the kind of stuff that I really enjoy hearing. And these shows, Expedition X, Expedition Files, Expedition Unknown, what I'm always looking for is the narrative, the story. I'm not so concerned with does Josh Gates find what he's looking for? Do Phil and Heather collect convincing evidence? That's not the stuff that really interests me so much as what's the story that they're telling. And this episode did a pretty good job of telling the story of Blackbeard, interweaving some stuff that I didn't know that's more related to lore and legend, and then having some fun paranormal investigation as a way of telling that story. Like I said, I'm not convinced that Blackbeard's ghost is out there, but it was a fun and interesting way of telling a story, a lot of which I have heard before. So if you're a fan of pirate lore, I think that Season 11, Episode 3 is one that you should definitely check out. It's always fun watching Phil and Heather walk through the woods at night, and yeah, this was a fun episode to watch. So what'd you think of this episode of Expedition X? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.